Welcome to another video. So today I'm going to be making loads of wooden crates, but en masse. Basically to hide all those plastic boxes in. I don't really like the plastic boxes that are on show there, so I'm going to make some wooden crates. I'm going to be using up all these bits of wood that I've got. I'm going to be making some of the crates with just a natural finish. Some of them I'm going to do a burnt wood design on, and some I might paint, depending on what wood I've got. I'll measure them so that it comes just a little bit higher than these boxes, so it hides them. So let's see how it goes, making wooden crates en masse. I'm going to use the fronts and the backs of a batch of these crates, just with bits of these pallets. I'm going to draw a line as close as I can up to these nails, so I can just cut it with my circular saw and keep the slats intact without any holes in. Okay, that's marked, and I've marked them at 42 centimetres wide. So that's going to be the width of the front of the crates. That's all the fronts and the backs cut. Now what I'm going to do is to work out the size I need for the sides and the base, and I'm going to use this old bit of wardrobe. I'll try one, make sure it's the correct size, and then just duplicate it for the rest. I'll make sure it's the right size just against the box and make sure my measurements are all accurate. Okay, it's 28.5 centimetres wide, so I'm just going to draw a line all the way down here, 28.5 centimetres, because I know that's a flat edge there, and then I can just cut my sections off. Okay, I've got all my bits. Let's see if it makes a box. The base there, and these are the sides, and then they're in front. Ooh, and that's the way I stand. Ooh, and that's the way I stand. Well, I haven't screwed it together, but that looks okay. What I'm going to do now is just measure the sides and the base and cut it before it gets too dark. Okay, I've got all the bits here. I've got the front and the back of the crates, the sides, and then the bases. First of all, I'm going to drill holes in the front and the backs of these bits, just so the wood doesn't split when I put the screws in. That's all I want. Drilled holes in the front and the back. Now it's time just to put it all together. I've got these 5 centimetre screws that I'm going to be using. And I've got a screwdriver attachment on my electric screwdriver, and I'll just put it all together. I'll put the sides on first. I'm just going to drill some holes in the sides as well. Okay, that's one done. 17 more to go. I know what I'm going to be doing every evening this week. Let's just check just to make sure that it does fit. Oh, it's a bit tight. Yes, it fits.
That's all I want. You're my belief. You're all I want. You're what I see. Ooh, and that's the way I stand.
So what I've done is I've got a wardrobe door and I've suddenly just cut it into bases and sides.
Ooh, and that's the way I stand.
Okay, now it's time to fit them all together. What I'll do is drill a couple of holes in the sides just to attach them to the bases. Get the nice bits. It's nice and rusticy. There's the front bit. Now just the back put on. That's another one done. Okay, I've just marked this out. I'm just going to cut it all the way along here and then I can cut all my sections out.
Why don't you look at me with the problems? Why don't you look at me that way? Why don't you keep your own problems? That's all I want. That's all I need. You're all I want. That's why I'm here.
Okay, I've marked up these for slats for the front. Okay, now the slats.
I'll be your rock and keystone. I'll stay around.
I've got each box ready to be put together. One there, and then one at the back.
Ooh, and that's the way I stand. Ooh, and that's the way I stand.
Okay, that's one row done. Two more to go. Now I'm on to the next row here. I have got a bit of a problem though. I've made boxes the same size as these ones. However, there's the shelf bracket there. So I've got a bit of a problem. I need to make smaller boxes. So I might put this box here and this one here and then make some smaller boxes that will then go in the gaps there. So two small boxes there, two small boxes there, two small boxes on this side. So let's see how it goes, making smaller boxes en masse. I'm going to cut out the sides from this bit of wood here and then I'm going to cut the bases out from this. I need it 28 centimetres wide, so then I think I'll have to chop a little bit off and then do it 14 centimetres twice. Okay, I've got my sides and the bases. So what I need to do is to drill holes in the sides so that I can attach the base to it. The base will have to be in two parts essentially, just because my pieces of wood weren't big enough. So I'll drill two holes there on each bit. I'll just use the base as a guide so I know where to drill. Now I'll do the same with all the others. Loads and loads of sides and bottoms. And I've only made 3. time to do the fronts and the backs, I'm going to do them out of these bits of wood that I've got. I've got different sizes, so it might be quite tricky. I might have to do 2 different sizes, maybe 3 different slats, 2 the same size and 1 a different size. I've done it with a small slat in the middle, it looks quite good. It was causing a little bit of a problem where there's just a single screw here because the box might have been slightly at an angle. So what I've done is I've put a wider slat on this side with 2 screws in, and that then has pulled it into shape. It's starting to take shape. They're looking quite good now on the shelf. This one here is a little bit out of line, so I'm going to sand it down and see if I can get it in line. Okay, that's a bit better. That's brought it in line a bit now. All the way through this, I'm trying to think how can I make things quicker. So by drilling through 3 at once makes things quicker. That's a nice little box, that one. To make that edge look a little bit nicer, I'm going to use my blowtorch. So I just bought this online, I think it's about £10, and it's pretty good. You just turn it on, give it a click, and it lights up. And then all I'm going to do is just get any rough bits off or any sawdust, and then just burn the edge. It's quite quick. Try and make it even, but even if you don't, it looks alright. It's as quick as that. Great, so I've only got 2 more boxes to do, but I'm coming to the stage where I'm running out of bits of wood. So I didn't use these earlier because they're not wide enough, but what I'm going to do is make a box slightly smaller, and you won't really notice it because it's the depth of the box. So I'll just trim that bit off and measure what I need. Also, I have run out of bits of wood for the front, so I'm having to use some old bits of pallet wood that might not quite match. If I do 2 the same, I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to sand these down a bit further because they're quite rough. I think what I'll do is to use my blowtorch and then burn the wood slightly so that they all look the same and it's a bit darker so it matches in with the rest of those. I've cut these and I've sanded them down. So now I'm going to use my blowtorch and do it outside and I'll burn them and see what it looks like.
I keep on working till the day is done. Do it, do it, do it, do it like you gotta do. Do it, do it, do it, do it like you gotta do.
Okay, just to get some of these boxes matching in a bit more, I'm going to burn some of these. Okay, I'm going to do a burnt wood effect on these boxes. It's a bit windy outside, so I'm just going to do it here with the doors open.
Do it, do it, do it. You gotta do it, you gotta do it. Do it like you gotta do it. You gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Great, that looks much better now, rather than having those plastic boxes up there. And it looks quite good with the burnt wood effect on them. I don't think I'll paint any because they've come out so well as they are, so I'll just keep them as they are. It did take a little while to make all these boxes though, because I ended up having to make 2 more, just because I made the smaller boxes as well. But it's quite a nice contrast having 2 different size boxes. And thanks for watching, and remember to give this video a like.